Hello and welcome back to ENG Engine. The topic in this video is active voice to passive voice, that is, changing active voice to passive voice in present perfect tense. We are going to change active voice to passive voice in the present perfect tense. Present perfect tense we use has or have. Has we use for the singular and have we use for the plural, and we use the verb as the past participle. We are going to see change of active voice to passive voice in present perfect tense first in the declarative sentences. Now, structure of verb in passive voice. Has or have plus been plus past participle. Has we use for singular, have we use for plural, been is the be verb for the perfect tenses, and the past participle, that is called the verb 3 otherwise. So has or have plus been plus past participle. We'll go to the example. She has painted a scenery. She is singular, so we use has. Has painted is the verb. What did she paint? A scenery. So this a scenery is the object in the active voice. The object in the active voice changes to subject of the passive voice. So a scenery becomes the subject of the passive voice. A scenery is singular, so we use has. Been is the be form of verb for the perfect tenses, so been. Painted is already a past participle, so we write painted. And she is changed to her when it becomes an object as per the rule of change of pronouns, and by denotes the doer of the action. So the passive voice is a scenery has been painted by her. Next, he has checked the files. He is singular, so we use has and checked. Has checked is the verb. What did he check? Files. So this files is the object. The object in the active voice becomes the subject in the passive voice. So the files is plural form, so we use have. Been is the be form of verb for the perfect tense, and checked is the past participle. We use him instead of he. So him. By is used to denote the doer of the action. So the passive voice is the files have been checked by him. The next sentence, they have arranged a bus. They is a plural form, so we use have. Have arranged is the verb. What did they arrange? A bus. So bus is the object because it answers to the question what. So the object becomes the subject of the passive voice. So a bus. Here bus is singular, so we use has. Been is the be form of verb, so we use been. Arranged is the past participle, and they is changed to them in the passive voice. So a bus has been arranged by them. Next sentence, she has missed the keys. She is singular, so we use has missed. What did she miss? The keys. So the keys is the object. The object becomes the subject of the passive voice. So we start the sentence, the passive voice, with the keys. Here the keys is plural, so we use have. The be form of verb for the perfect tense is been, and missed is the past participle. She is changed to her as per the rule of the pronoun. So by is used to denote the doer of the action. So the passive voice is the keys have been missed by her. Now let's see the change of interrogative sentences. Has she entered the marks? Has denotes the perfect form, and she is the subject. She is singular, so we have used has. Entered, this is the past participle. What did she enter? Marks. So the marks is the object. Has is the auxiliary verb. So if a question begins with the auxiliary verb in the active voice, in the passive voice too, it becomes the sentence begins with the auxiliary verb. It depends on the subject whether it is singular or the plural. Now, the marks is the object and that marks is in plural. So we use have. Have the marks and been is the be form of verb for the perfect tense. Entered by her. Have the marks been entered by her? This is the passive voice. Next sentence. Have they answered the questions? We use have because they is the subject and that is in the plural form. Answered is the past participle. The questions. What did they answer? Questions. So questions is the object. Now, the object in the active voice becomes the subject in the passive voice. And the question is begin with the auxiliary verb have. And in the passive voice, the question is singular. So we begin with has. Has the question, the be form of verb is been. Answered is the past participle by her. Has the question been answered by her? Next, has the dog eaten food? The dog is singular, so we use has. Eaten is the past participle for eat. What did the dog eat? Food. So food is the object. So the object in the active voice becomes the subject in the passive voice. Now food is singular, so has. Has food. Been is the be form of verb. Eaten is the past participle. Has the food been eaten by the dog? Next sentence. Have you locked the door? You is considered as the plural form, so we use have. Locked is the past participle for lock. What did you lock? The door. So this door is the object. So the object becomes the subject of the passive voice. The door is singular here, so we begin the sentence with has. Has the door, the be form of verb is been. Locked is the past participle. You is used as you itself in the passive voice. So it is by you. Has the door been locked by you? This marks the end of active voice to passive voice, changing active voice to passive voice in the present perfect tense. So we use the have verbs plus been, which is the be form of verb for the perfect tense, and the past participle to change active voice to passive voice. So we saw the change of active voice to passive voice in the declarative sentences and the interrogative sentences. If you find this video useful, kindly like and share and hit on the subscribe button and the bell icon. Also drop your comments in the comment box. Thanks for watching.